Well, welcome, subscribers. Welcome to my WIP SIP from DP Crazy Lady. It is 7:40 p.m. It is the 12th of December, 2023. The temperature, believe it or not, is 41 degrees. But this morning, it was so cold, there was ice everywhere. There was ice on my windshield. What little bit of rain puddles that were out there was solid ice. It was cold. Uh, I thought I would come on here and show you how far I've progressed. I'm getting close to finishing. Hopefully, let's see, it is Tuesday. So I should be on schedule enough to get this done by either tomorrow, probably tomorrow night, the 13th, or early in the morning on the 14th. So yippee for me. As far as sipping, I don't know what anybody else is enjoying, but I thought I'd change it up and have me an ice. It's a coconut pineapple. 0 sugar, of course. I never used to like these years ago when I would get them. And because I couldn't tolerate the taste of that either sucralose or whatever one is in this one. I never remember. I don't look at it anymore. And this is the only way I get any kind of water, because it's, flavored sparkling water. I get them at Dollar Tree. I do not like drinking water. And they yell at me all the time, say, drink more water, drink more water. This is the only thing I can tolerate. I tried drinking plain water, with the little squirt, you put the drops in and things like, some of them are okay. I bought tons of the ones that are the tea flavored, and I can drink them. I should force myself to drink more of them. I need to drink more water. But these taste really good. I like these. I like the flavor. It tastes like there's a lot of sugar in them, and there's no sugar. So, I'm showing you here, I finished the puppy, the little dog with the cookies. And I'm headed over to this. Now, I'm working on this part right here. Let's get you over here. This is the fun part. I like it. You do the outline first and then just throw in your X's, I'm so glad. It seemed like a lot of you enjoyed my antiques. I'll have to go through some more of my pictures and see if I can find any more. I don't know. I haven't looked through my boxes and boxes of different things, so I can't tell you. Let's see. Monday, I wanted to make all those phone calls. Well, I made 2 of them, and I'm telling you, I started making the phone call at 8:30 because that's when the gas company, would start taking phone calls. Or no, I'm sorry, 7:30 a.m. And after pushing all the buttons, you want a live operator, and agent, and I don't know how many times I got hung up on. And finally, I got through to them, and all I wanted them to do was send me 2 past bills, a copy of 2 of my past bills. Yes, my bills are online. Excuse me, I pay online. And what's the first thing they tell me? Well, we can direct you on how to go to the website and sign in, and you can print out, you can view your bills and you can print them out. I said, yeah, I sure could. I said, if I was like everybody else in the free world and had a printer. I said, I don't have a printer. And she said, oh, like, oh, you poor lady, you don't have a printer. No, I don't. I don't have a printer. I had one years ago, and it cost me so much in ink. And I even tried, refilling the cartridges. That didn't work. It just messed up my machine. So, no, I don't own a printer. Um, then I said, well, I said I needed them so I could send it, in with HEAP for uh, the home energy assistance program, And they said, well, if you need to send them information, you can screenshot, what you need and stuff, and you can send that to them and blah, blah, blah. I said, really? I said, uh, how do you do that? I said, you need a cell phone, right? And she said, you don't have a cell phone? Like, oh, again, poor lady, No, I don't have a cell phone. I have a cell phone, but it is not connected to a, provider. And it's an old cell phone, a cheapie, and I wouldn't even begin to know how to screenshot anything. I said, could you just send me, please, just send me a copy of my last 2 months' bills so that I can send those in. Yes, okay, I'll do that. We'll get them out first thing, in this morning mail. Thank you very much. So now I'm going to be waiting for that to see if that arrives on time. Oh, and then the next call I made, I don't know how many times I got hung up on that one. So it's like you keep trying to get, you either get automated stuff that doesn't give you any option to pick for what you want, or you get disconnected, or, it's like, oh, you're number, 27 in line or something. You can either hang on and wait your turn, or you can hang up and we'll call you back when it is your time. You won't lose your place in line. Oh, BS. I've done that before, and 2 days later I might get a phone call. Must have been one heck of a line that I had to wait in. So I just, did all that. Went back. Then later on, I waited until about, I think it was around 11:30 in the afternoon, 11:30 a.m. still. But it was getting close to afternoon. And I said, okay, I'm going to run to the grocery store because I needed to pick up everything that I needed after I had taken my mom. So I picked up, just a few essentials that I needed, some more creamer and I got some cheese and some hamburger and blah, blah, blah. Just your basics, what you eat every day pretty much. And did that, and oh man, it was raining out, it was blustery. I mean, it was really bad. But I had to do it, get it over with, be done with it. And also, I know I'm skipping, hop, skip, and jump. I think it was Saturday. I was on Amazon because I needed to order dog food for Liam. And the reason why I ordered it there is it was cheaper there than what I paid at the pet store. So I ordered it. It said it would be here. Let's see, because Saturday, this is the 12th. I think they said it would be here on the 8th or the 9th or somewhere. It wouldn't take very long. Well, I can forget that because it's not going to be here till the 14th. Because somewhere along the line, it came to my city to be delivered and skipped away from here and went, 200-300 miles away from me to somewhere else. It zagged back around, and now it's set for, they said delivery between the 12th and the 14th. Well, now it says, first it said it was out for delivery on the 8th or the 9th, and then, I waited, and then I looked again when it, did its little vacay through Ohio, that it's, now it won't be here till the 14th. So I just ran out of dog food for him today. He got his last today. That's why I ordered it early, because I knew I was going to need it. So I don't have any dog food to feed him tomorrow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to boil him up some chicken, a piece of chicken, and make some rice and give him some chicken and rice for dinner. He'll love that, and it won't hurt him. He always gets his breakfast. He likes to have an egg, which I do. I give him an egg for breakfast. It's cooked with nothing. No salt, no butter, no, whatever. I put it in my nonstick pan, scramble it around, and give him a scrambled egg. And he loves having breakfast. And that gets him through until dinner time at about 5 o'clock. So he'll have some chicken and rice, and he'll love that. I may give him chicken and rice with a little bit of butternut squash. He likes the squash. And the squash is good for him. So that just ticks me off to no end. And then yesterday, I think it was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday I ordered him a new sweater, because the one he's got now, it's a medium. My daughter had gotten him a month or so ago, and it's a little too big. He'll sleep in. He loves the sweater. He'll sleep in it, and then he wakes up, and after he's moved around, he kind of walks right out of the sweater because it's a little big. I'll have to get a picture. I'll do it with my other phone. Take a picture of him with the sweater on, as big as it is. And when he gets his new one, I will show you. He gets so cold. And so, oops, hit it. So he's got, I ordered that, a sweater. And yes, I ordered 2 little tiny cheapy diamond painting related items. So they're supposed to be here on the same day the dog food, the 14th. So I ordered the dog food way before, and the other items I just ordered, and they're going to get here before the dang on dog food. So isn't that a blip? So what I was going to tell you guys, you ladies, and if there's any gents out there, the reason why I got this Band-Aid on, I know it's probably a dumb thing to even tell you about. I won't take it off because it looks awful, pretty bad. But the reason why I'm going to tell you about it is it brought a memory to me from when I was about 9 years old. But with this I think it was 2 or 3 days ago, I was steaming butternut squash in the microwave, and I had a plastic, I slid. It was in a bigger glass casserole pan, and I slid. I didn't have any saran wrap or anything to put over top, so I slid it into a Ziploc baggie, which you can use those and you just throw them away. So I slid it into that, and after I was done, I pulled it out, and dummy me not thinking, I suppose, but I tore it because I knew I wasn't going to keep it. I snipped the Ziploc part and cut it and went to peel it back, and the steam hit these two fingers. Now this one is sore, but this one, it burned it to about a 2nd degree burn. It hurt like the dickens, but I didn't notice how bad it was till the next day when my mother was over, and we had, went grocery shopping and everything on that Saturday. And the next day, I don't know, my finger was bothering me or it was itching or something, and I went to run my hand across it, and the skin just peeled right off. And I went, oh my God. So I put some Neosporin on it, and I've been keeping a Band-Aid on it. I take it off every once in a while, let the air get to it, because I can't wash dishes with no Band-Aid on. The water hits it, and it just sends a pain straight up my arm. It hurts. So I keep the Band-Aid on it. Plus I've hit it several times without, and without a Band-Aid on it, it would really be bad. So I keep that on it. And the reason why, I brought it up is when I was about 9 years old, when I was growing up, my mom worked, my parents were divorced, and of course, when my mother worked days, in the summer months, we had babysitters. And most of the time, it would be one of my cousins or something, my older cousins, that would babysit. And I really loved having them there. But the one time for a while, we had the one lady that sat for us for quite a while. I didn't like her, but anyway. For lunch, she decided to serve my sister and I toast and tea. Why, I have no idea. It wasn't like my mother didn't have lunch items for us, peanut butter and jelly and, bologna and things like that. Maybe it's just the lady was lazy. And the tea was boiling hot. And she kept yelling at us, you need to eat your lunch, drink your tea, And I don't know exactly how it happened, but I reached, you're smaller and you're sitting with almost your chest level against the table, and she's yelling about the tea, and I went to move the cup toward me, and it tipped, and it hit me right in the chest, between the breast area. The hot tea just poured a splash right against my chest, and I started screaming. And my dad took me to the hospital. I was screaming and yelling. Naturally, they weren't going to call my mother home from work and whatever. Well, what happened is, prior to me getting to the hospital, I remember my dad saying that too, but the first thing this babysitter did, and I don't understand that, she grabbed a bottle of vanilla extract and poured it on my chest. Now, what the point of that was, I have no idea. All my dad kept saying, and I keep hearing it in my head, is, what did she think she was doing? Getting ready to bake a cake? I was like, oh my God. And I had major second degree burns on my chest. I couldn't wear anything up against my chest. It hurt so bad. And a huge blister. I mean, it was probably the size of my fist blister, right in the center of my chest. And it was all brown around the outer edges, and I don't know if that was from the vanilla extract or that was from the burn. I don't know. I can't remember after that, as far as how long it took to heal. I just remember the pain, and it didn't leave a scar. No scar whatsoever, which I know I heard my dad asking the doctors, is she gonna have a scar? Is it gonna, they said, no, it shouldn't leave a scar. It's only it's second degree, first and second degree burns. So, like I said, that's just a story that happened when I was younger. Then one time, when we talk about burns, I was around 4th of July, and nighttime, evening, had a sparkler, and I'm playing with the sparkler. I still have a scar on my thumb. Can't see it now. And I was shaking the sparkler, and then I was just holding it, and I didn't even know it was burning me, because when you first get some kind of burn, it hits the nerve and it like kills the nerve or something, because the sparkler was standing straight up and then it started to bend, and the tip of it was burning into the top knuckle on my thumb. And boy, when I felt it all night long, burn and crying, and oh, that was awful. That was awful. I'm just telling you a few things that happened in my childhood that I'm surprised I'm still alive. When I was 14, 13 or 14, my dad had gotten my sister and I each a bike, and I thought I'd be smart and ride with no hands. And I said, look, Dad, no hands. And the bike stopped and I didn't. It hit a rock and I went flying over the handlebars on my face. I am surprised I don't have any scars from that. I don't. But right on my face. Look, Dad, no hands. Yep. Look, Dad, no face. I can't believe that I look back on my childhood and I think all the things we did that could have been so dangerous and deadly. A kid, nowadays kids, they don't do some of the things we did, of course. And I don't know how much dirt I ate when I was a kid, not intentionally, going out and saying, here, let's eat dirt. But, you know, I mean, your hands were dirty, you were out playing, and the ice cream truck would come, and we used to call him the jingle jerk or the jingle scoot. And we'd run up there with our nickel or dime, whatever we had, what the price was, and get our ice cream. And it didn't matter if our hands were filthy and everything. We just, you know, we ate it. That's what we did. I mean, and like I keep saying, and we're still alive. So, lots of fun, lots of enjoyment. You know, come in after dark when the street lights came on. That's how it worked. My mother never locked the doors of the house. You didn't have to lock your car. You know, I used to go up to the neighbors and play. Back then, you know, a lot of war series on TV, like Combat and Rat Patrol and all those. And so we'd go up and we'd play war. And we'd play it with the boys and the girls that were up there, the brothers and sisters of the neighbors. And we'd start throwing crab apples. Like, those were our hand grenades. Like, oh, here it comes, boom. Well, you know, we'd be hiding behind the junk car he had or that his dad had or somewhere. We'd be peeking around the garage and everything, and bam, hit me right between the eyes with a crab apple. You know, it's like, okay, I still have both my eyes, you know, but it's like I said, I'm sure that what kids do now are probably just as dangerous or more dangerous depending on the situation. But we did some, you know, well, we invented our own games. That's it. You know, if you weren't indoors playing a board game at night, you were outside, you know, playing, you know, hide and seek, kick the can, uh, you know, those type of things. And you just, you know, would sit outside with a flashlight and tell scary stories and try to, you know, scare your best friend or something. I mean, it was something to do. So, you know, I know there's other things I should be talking about. I'm not sure what I'm. Well, I do know that once this is done, I'm going to work on the. Well, I'm going to take my tape, my decorative tape, and try to cover the edges of the festive fireplace. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to do it in red or green. I don't know. I'm thinking, and I'm hoping it's going to work because it's the only way I can do it. But I am going to be diamond painting on the New Year's the New Year's gnome that I have, the 30 by 40, because as soon as Christmas is over, that's the one that's going up on the front door. On the 15th, I'm taking down the one gnome and putting up the stocking gnomes, because that one has been done. So after this, then you'll probably see me working on the New Year's gnomes. I'll show them to you. And then the first of the year, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to spin a wheel to tell me, you know, a large one, a small one, what style, what kind. I have no idea. I said it depends on what trips my trigger and pops into my head. I don't have anything planned, and that's what I like about it. I'm not planning, because then once I plan it, it's like, okay, what if I change my mind? And there I go. I have to do what I said I was going to do, because I don't want to go back on my word. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to be happy doing it, because since I changed my mind, along the way, it's like, oh, I don't know if I feel like doing that one. So I'm just going to wait until one hits me. And that'll be, the one I start working on. It could be a small one, it could be a larger one. I do know that I have to seal, or at least get the holiday cups, the mugs and stuff sealed. I may have to, I may not. I noticed that the weather's not bothering the 30 by 40s that I put out, the gnomes. So, and it's been ice cold, and it's been fairly warm. So, and the drills are staying on, so I don't have to worry about it. So I thought I would come on here real quick and just, like I said, whip and sip at you. Babble, babble. And I think, let's see, I think right after Christmas, I think I'm going to do it on my birthday. My birthday's the 27th. I think that's when I'll have the year in review. I'll have to look and see what day that is, because I don't even pay attention to the days and such. So, but I think that's when I'll do the year in review, on the 27th. So if you're interested, I'll see you here on the 27th. That stuff tastes really good. I don't think there's anything else. If I forgot something, y'all can remind me. If I forget to, say anything, you can ask me a question and I'll respond to it that way. I love all the responses and comments I got on my last video. It is just fantastic. I love hearing where you're from, what you're doing, and I'm not trying to be nosy. I just, like I said, it's almost like, when you read the comments, it's the same as getting an email. It's like sitting across the table and enjoying a cup of coffee with someone and listening to them tell you either about their day, or telling you their likes, their dislikes, what they're doing, what they plan on doing, how their weather is. Because like I said, I can't visit any of those states. I'm not a traveler. I can't afford to, and I have a fear of flying, so I'm not doing that. So it's nice to hear, what that state is like that you live in. What do you do there? Do you all have dogs? Do you all have cats? Do you all, what are you hoping your Christmas is going to be like this year? Are you, I don't know, are you interested in, buying up a lot of stuff this year, or just enjoying it with family? What's your New Year's plans like? Is there, are you going to have a party? Are you going to do like me? You sit home and heck, you fall asleep long before the ball drops. My daughter likes to, wait for the ball to drop and then she goes to sleep. We don't drink. We don't, I mean, I have a little bit of alcohol here, but I'm not a really drinker. I did that in my 20s. I'm done, so I don't need to celebrate with alcohol. But so I just, like I said, not trying to be nosy, just interested in what, I'll probably celebrate New Year's with Liam and the kitty. Oh, speaking of, and then I'll let you go. We have been trying to get Liam and Angel, our kitty, Liam, our pup, to get along. At least in the same room. And we've been slowly every day leaving the gate down that goes into my daughter's room where Angel is, so that she can maybe wander out this way. And do it on her terms, because he's fine. He'll run from one end of this house to the other, and it's no big deal to him. And it's funny. I'm sitting in here and I'm diamond painting, and all of a sudden I hear yep, and my daughter's what the heck is going on? I mean, you hear a loud yelp and just you know and then I got quiet, and I said, well, what happened? She said that her Liam and Angel were sort of playing. She started to come out into the living room where my daughter is, and she kind of moved around a little bit, cautiously as to where he was. And all of a sudden, he chased her, and she hauled butt down the hallway and into the room. And the next thing my daughter heard was Liam yelp and come running like crazy with his ears down, and ran up on back of the sofa and laid there and didn't move. And don't you know, here comes Angel just a sauntering, right on out. And do you, from that time earlier today until now, she has been coming out into the living room, coming over to my daughter. My daughter's sitting on the floor, messing with her computer on the coffee table. She brought it out so she can play some games and such. And she'll come over to my daughter on the floor there, and and Liam never even flinches toward her. I mean, nothing. He kind of looks and he stays right where he is. So she must have laid down the law on him. She either swatted him a good one. I don't see any cuts on him, no marks. There's nothing bleeding, nothing. But she must have put it to him. And I was waiting, and she's, smaller than him as far as weight goes and everything, but she put the skids to his little, game. And I've been waiting to see if she was ever going to do that, because until she laid down the law, he was going to run roughshod over her. And I guess she finally had enough, and she gave him what for, and apparently he was impressed. So he's not bothered her at all, but I'm sorry, but I thought it was kind of funny, because it's just a yelp and a run, So good for her. So, I guess that's about it as far as that story goes. And I have nothing else to talk about. I keep looking around thinking, okay, is there something else I want to tell y'all? And I already see I'm getting up to 40 minutes, and I don't want to do this. You can let me know if you guys want a long video or short video. Whichever you want, I'll try and make that happen. You know, if this kind doesn't bother you, hey, then, you know, we can chat, chat, chat. We can babble, 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 whatever. So, I'm going to get off here. I see what, trying to find something interesting to watch. I haven't seen anything. I'm watching the rest of Law and Order Criminal Intent, which is the old one, and I forgot that Jeff Goldblum was in the last few seasons of it. I really like him. He's one of my favorite actors. So, all right, y'all have a good one. I hope you diamond painted today. Excuse me, or got something done. Uh, I appreciate y'all. Comment if you like the video, thumb it up. If you don't, thumb it down. Doesn't matter. You know, it's all personal opinion. I try to answer every comment. I try to, and if I miss you, let me know. Because I check it 2 or 3 times a day. I want to make sure I don't miss my subscribers. So I heart you and I try to answer you. Both. So I will keep trying to do that every day that I upload. So have a good one. Hugs. You know, tomorrow is Wednesday, middle of the week for most. So if you work, don't work too hard. If you're not working, enjoy the day. Hug someone. If you can't hug them, smile at them. Have a good one. Deepy Crazy Lady. I'm out till another day. Bye-bye.